The change in the UK that we have all been praying for and hoping for is finally coming. Are you guys looking at this footage? You should be, because it's probably some of the most distracting footage you can see. This is the Unite the Kingdom, I think, protest led by Tommy Robinson in the UK yesterday, where, according to some sources, 3 million people showed up. Now, Tommy Robinson, as you all know, is a big advocate for Israel, has always been portrayed as this extreme right, crazy figure, and all he's really saying is, I don't want Islam to take over England. And because of that, he's been hated. And no, I haven't gone through every single thing that Tommy Robinson has said, but I know the general gist. The general gist is that he really doesn't like the Islamification of England. Surprise, surprise, because he's a brain cell in his head. And he loves Israel, and he thinks Israel is a great place. Surprise, surprise, because he has brain cells in his head. And now he is trying to fight back against everything that we're seeing with Keir Starmer. So there was this protest held, and he said at least 1 million people are going to show up. Now, 3 million people showed up. Look at it. I don't know about you, but this is like, whoa. Look at the visuals. I have never, ever seen anything even remotely close to this. It is unbelievable. I mean, just look at that crowd. Do you see the video? We're just going to replay it, and you can watch it if you were distracted by me talking. But look at that. Look at that crowd. Absolutely amazing. Elon Musk spoke at the protest very controversially. They destroyed a Palestinian flag at the protest. Elon Musk basically said either you fight back now or you die. It's time to overthrow the parliament, which is pretty the government, which is pretty much of it's a pretty big deal. It is definitely a big deal to say such a thing. But here's the thing: England's time is coming to an end unless the people fight back. Now, what was crazy about this? 3 million people all there saying, we love Israel. Obviously there was not, we love Israel. We love England. Obviously there was some support Israel flags, etc. And fighting back about the pro-Palestinian. And people online why is there Israeli flags? Why is Tommy Robinson with an Israel flag? Well, because Israel has become a symbol, not of world domination like these idiots think, but rather of fighting against Islamic terror. And Palestine has become the image for people who are discerning and have, again, brain cells in their head, of this kind of victimhood, which is just total BS, so that they can manipulate and take over the West and get what they want. Very, very simple. And anyone who understands the symbolism, what Israel stands for, and actually gets the behind the scenes, realizes that we are popping up in different places. No, not because we control Tommy Robinson, and not because we control England. If we controlled England, it probably wouldn't look anything like it did right now. But rather, because at the end of the day, there is a really deep understanding that a change needs to happen in the West. Just an absolute, total, and complete change. And so this protest, everyone mocked Tommy Robinson, and look at what he did. He pulled together this amount of people. But what's really important to note, super important to note, is that an English newspaper, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. I should remember the name. But as you've probably clocked by now, I'm really, really bad with names. They reported 100,000 people have showed up. Now, I'll tell you something. I didn't count every person in that aerial footage. But I just want a gut feeling. Did that look like 100,000 people to you? Because I think in about one of the seconds, that was about 100,000 people. And we saw way more than 1 million people in that footage. I mean, it was unbelievable. But the mainstream media is still trying to lie to the people because they're afraid. They're afraid of the English people who are starting to fight back. That is what is happening. The mainstream people, the normal people, the people who don't want the country Islamified, who are sick and tired of being told that them not wanting Islamification and them not wanting mass immigration, that them not supporting Palestine actually means that they are racist and homophobic and terrorists. It's wrong. It's wrong. They just want England to feel like England again. And what Elon Musk said has a ring of truth to it. I didn't watch the full thing, so I'm not going to make full comments. But what he said is, look, guys, if you don't fight back, if you don't get rid of the current government or at least try and make a change, you're really, really, really in trouble. Your country is shifting in front of your eyes. And 3 million people came out saying, you're right. You're right. Now, again, remember, for every protest, that's not what everybody thinks. It's a minority. It's a small group of the population that have the time and the patience and the ability to show up to a protest, which means that 3 million, I would say, is not the full amount. It's not the full amount. And these are people who are willing to fight back. And what's the good news? Well, in England, we've got about 4 million Arabs, 4 million Muslims. And so therefore, if there are 3 million people who are willing to actually come to the street and protest, England has a fighting chance, but not if they keep this ridiculous government, not if they keep on allowing people like that psycho Quran woman with the kafir thing, who's now the home secretary or whatever she is, in charge of immigration. Did you guys see the pictures? Of like their super diverse immigration office. Like, England, I'm all for diversification, but not for the point of diversification. If you've got a bunch of people who are different and they all have different talents, great, bring them to the table. But just this whole kind of like, that whole thing, I don't like it. I don't believe in it. I don't think you should hire people so that you have a diversity hire. And I definitely don't think that a Muslim person should be in charge of police and immigration to England. Just sounds to me like a bad idea. Anyway, bravo to Tommy Robinson. Absolutely brilliant job bringing all these people out, being a voice for these people. And again, I don't know how many of them support Israel, how many of them are anti-Israel. I'm sure a bunch of those people do not like Jews. And I'm sure parts of the protest got violent because 3 million people in an area is going to get a little bit controversial. And there were things that I don't stand for, yada, 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 all the caveats, all the things that you have to say so that people in the comment sections don't come up to me and be like, yeah, you don't understand anything. I'll tell you what I understand, guys. I understand that radical Islam is bad. I understand that people fighting against radical Islam is good. I understand that 3 million people is a lot of people. I understand that supporting Israel is a positive and not liking Palestine is a positive. And I understand that if people don't fight back right now, then we're in trouble. And that, my friends, is what I have to say on that. Thank you for your attention to this matter.